Oh, it feels good to be back right now.
We back, bro.
We back. We in the right studio at the right place at the right time.
That's facts.
It's about to get into it. It's about to get rolling, man. Oh, this sounds so good. All right. Anyways.
What's today?
Today is legendary episode 7.
7, bro. We did
it.
We can quit now if we want.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Yeah.
It was good, guys. We'll talk to y'all later.
We did it.
I think,
I don't know what episode we talked about it, but at 7 is the statistically when people quit.
Yeah.
But we ain't quitters. And that's facts.
All facts.
We going.
If you ain't in it to win it, I don't know why you in it.
70. That's going to be the next smile. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No, I'm thinking about 2 more episodes and then we're out. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's quit ignoring the dude in the middle of the room.
Where'd you guys go?
I'm gonna let you introduce our guest for episode magical number 7. Who we got?
Man, it's kind of tough to introduce because I don't know how to actually pronounce his real name.
No,
but,
tell everybody the name that we knew up until about 5 minutes ago.
So, for those who don't know this man right here, this is Willie Escro. This dude is sneaker shoe store freaking mogul over here. Also got side businesses. Tractor rental king.
Trailer queen.
Dude. This dude been into everything, man. And what's so funny is that how I actually met this guy was I was at the car wash and I was on the phone with like a customer, like actually in the process of like a sales call. And this dude rolls up and all of a sudden out of the back of his truck, he starts unloading boxes of Jordans. And I'm like on the phone.
It's an immediate
That's
hang
what I'm
up
saying.
the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Who's this dude?
Bro, I'm on the phone with this lady and she's like asking questions and I'm like, yeah, so wait, hold on one sec. So someone's calling me right now. And I'm like staring at this guy and I'm like, what? And just boxes and boxes and boxes. And I'm like, is this dude slinging shoes at the car wash right now? I was like, and so I finished up the call and I walked over and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, man. Did I just see you unload like 30 pairs of Jordans? He's like, no, I was like 12. And I'm like, that's not the point, right? Like, and so immediately struck up a conversation. And like, after 2 minutes of talking, I was like, dude, okay, super random. I was like, me and my buddy had this podcast. And he was like, say no more, I'm there. And I was like, and here we are. So.
We did have to reschedule a couple of times.
Just a couple. That's how we knew that 7 may or may not happen. We were kind of worried about it.
We were just hanging on by a fucking thread.
Yeah, but we made it happen.
But we here.
We in it.
All right, so let's go back to, and everyone's probably like, what do you mean you just figured out his real name? Like, okay, I can't remember what the hell you said a minute ago.
So drop it on him.
What's the real name? Actually, where are you from? Like, what's the name? Like, you told us where you're from.
So my family is Turkish, of Turkish descent, and we're not even really Turkish. We're actually Russians. My grandpa left Russia back in the 40s and fled to Turkey. He was running from the communists out there, and he met my grandmother, and he basically took her name, her Turkish name, and then they came over here, had my dad and all his brothers and sisters, and then they came over here when my dad was 12. And so, 50 years later. 40
Damn.
years.
Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I go every summer. It's nice out there. It's beautiful.
No shit. That's
Oh,
cool.
really?
You have like family that are there?
Oh, yeah.
Go?
Yeah, my
Really?
uncle, he actually owns a string of boutique type hotels in Bodrum, Turkey.
Bodrum.
It's on the Mediterranean Sea. It's amazing.
That's where we're staying. Let's go to Turkey.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, we'll fire up the jet right now. Let's get it going, dude.
The All-Facts jet.
The All Facts jet, sponsored by Escro Shoes, Escro Sneakers.
Dude, when I was little, because I homeschooled as a kid, right? So my mom was teaching
That makes
us
a lot of
geography,
sense.
doesn't it? And she would. So were you.
I wasn't homeschooled.
I was trying to learn countries and shit, right? So when turkey came up, she'd be like, which one's this? And I used to call it chicken because,
You didn't like turkey.
I just couldn't remember. I don't know what it was. She'd be like, what's this? I'd be like, chicken. She's like, no, dude, it's turkey. But now I'll never forget that. So you're from Chicken. That's dope. I love it.
I love it.
All right, what's your name? Give the audience the full pronunciation.
So my real name is Tayar Ali Pasha Ayamalek.
Oh my God.
Junior.
You sound like somebody that's on like the show 24.
Yeah, right? You're like the bad guy in every movie ever.
Like, what's the dude? Isn't it Jack? Yeah, his name's Jack. Yeah, Jack Bauer. Like, hey, it's Tayar. Yeah, like, whatever. Is that the dude? Like, I swear to God, you're on that show.
That's him. That's the guy.
That's good.
But anyways, man, so we're super excited to have you on the show just because, man, you do so much different stuff. And in that first conversation that we had, when I was talking to you, one of the things that I've always wanted to get into, because I feel like it's such a slept on industry, is trailer rentals, bro. Like, I've talked about this for like 2 years now. I think it was the first time we've ever actually mentioned on the podcast, but I've wanted to do this for a long time. And so I remember when we were talking, you were like, oh yeah, and then I do, I got trailer rentals and I rent Bobcats. And I was like, wait, hold on. That was like the kicker, right? The sneaker store that's dope, right?
Which we'll talk about.
We're definitely going to dive into that too.
Yeah.
But so tell me a little bit of the background on, what got you to the point of, one, opening your first store, because you got two, and you just said you're about to open a third location now, right, in Fort Worth?
Yes, sir. Hewlin Mall, look for us in
start of the year, 2023.
2023, baby.
Coming out with a bang. But tell me a little bit about like what kind of got you into your first store, what led you down this road of like, let's call it quote unquote entrepreneurship.
So what happened was I was a welder, and I was working out in Wyoming, Montana, and I came home. Bro. I came home with a bunch of money. I stayed out there for 2 years, came home with a bunch of money, and I bought myself a brand new Yamaha R1 crotch rocket motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah.
20 hours later, I wrecked and broke both my hands. They both went backwards.
No shit, 20,
really?
Like,
the next day, yeah. The next day, I totaled the bike, almost killed myself. And
it's not funny, but man,
it's probably the single most best thing that ever happened to me besides my children. Like, really, no shit. You know? It's like, because I'd still be welding in a shop somewhere or working out in fucking Wyoming somewhere. But after that happened, I had a bunch of shoes, and I still had some cash I could liquidate. And so I just started. I was like, man, I'm going to open me a sneaker store right here on Broadway Boulevard in Garland, kind of in the hood. And I opened that up, and I didn't do too well there. But a guy came in who was running the mall in Firewheel, and he was like, dude, you should definitely come check this spot out in Firewheel Mall. I was like, yada, 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 okay. And he came back the next day, and I was like, he asked me how much rent I'm paying. I told him. He was like, dude, I'll give you the same spot in Firewheel for the same amount of money. So I was like, whoa, let me go check this out. And we moved in there, and boom, shit just kicked off, man. Started making good money, and then a year later, we opened up Allen, and it's kind of where we're at.
That's dope, dude. So he was like eyeing you.
Yeah.
Man, that
like,
dude's an angel. He kind of looks like you a little bit.
No
Light skinned dude.
Yeah.
Fucking angel, bro. I love that dude, man.
That's awesome.
He moved away. His name was Dylan Pickett. I'll never forget that guy.
And he ran the mall or like had some
Yeah,
position
he ran
there.
the mall. And then after he got me in there, he got another job somewhere. He changed my life forever. Like, I'll never forget that guy, man.
That's crazy.
Dope.
Good dude.
That's dope. Why don't you think the store had any success in Garland? Like, I mean, some people listening probably know what Garland's like. I mean, I know what Garland's like, but like, was that the only reason? Like, just because of the demographic or what?
Well, I'm still in Garland. I'm in a mall now in Garland, and that's like if you want to open a sneaker shop in like a shopping center, it's tough.
Yeah.
I rely on mall traffic in both places. Like, we pay really high rent. The rents went up substantially since it's been 4 or 5 years now, and basically you just got to rely on mall traffic, man. You can create your own traffic, but that's only so much, man. No matter how many Instagram followers you got, mall traffic's the best.
And these days, the mall traffic's still there?
Mall traffic's still there. Like,
I was surprised. I went into the mall.
Especially in
Frisco, and I
Texas,
was like,
man.
dude, there's still people in here.
Especially in
surprised.
Texas, man. COVID didn't really exist over here for most people.
Yeah. Amen.
That's true. Thank God we live in Texas, bro. Everybody's dying, and we're like, anyways.
That's why everybody's coming over here, too.
We're headed to the mall.
It's still COVID over here.
Dude.
We'd like to move over here and go to the mall.
How do you feel about like? Because I know I'm definitely. So I don't know if this would be like fall into like the category, but I'm definitely an impulse buyer, right? Like if I see something, I want it right now. I don't want to order it, wait 5 to 7 days. Like I hate that. So for shoes, I'm the exact same way. So like I'll see StockX and then maybe cheaper prices, but at the same time, I'm like, but I really want these shoes now.
We went to that spot in Dallas that one time.
Yeah,
but it was like a substantial.
Oh yeah, it was like it was like
a
3,000% markup.
Which spot?
It was a big deal. Man, I can't remember what it is.
I don't remember the name.
We were literally in Deep Ellum, like
we were looking at. It was a pair of Jordan linens.
You ended up ordering it on StockX.
That I ordered on StockX. I paid $180 for them, and they wanted like $350 in the store. And I was like, dude, what? But even then, I was still.
I almost did it.
I almost did it. I was like, well, but they're right here, though.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
know
that
exactly
has
those
anything to
guys
do
you're
with
talking
it?
about. But yes, it's all impulse buying. That's kind of what we rely on over there. But at the same time, we're not too much more expensive than StockX. Like that shoe would have been $200 with us.
Yeah,
have
see,
a
I would
lot
have
of-
definitely bought it in store.
We have a lot of $200
I'm about to leave here and head straight to fucking Allen Outlets and cop a couple.
We're going
pairs, too.
straight there and we leave.
I told my wife who
Dude.
we're talking with today, and she's like, "You come home." She's like, "Don't go to the freaking shoe
Dude,
store."
same. She was like, I swear. She was like, if you leave and I see charges on the Amex, I'm coming after you. I was like, look, don't kill me, but like, who knows? Like,
That's why you got to get the other Amex. You can
Yeah.
say, "Hey, baby, this is the Amex we use."
hey, just let you know if you're watching this, I love you very much, and I apologize
Just
for the couple
kidding.
$1,000
Just
charge.
kidding.
No, just kidding. But anyways, so outside of sneakers, and I was literally just talking to Sage on this when we were on the way over here to meet you. I'm very curious on, so to me, being in sneakers, right, and being like a sneakerhead, like typically those guys are very, very sneakers, right? They don't really expand too much past that in my head, right? Your whole world revolves around the newest drops and doing this and doing that and going to shows or fashion shows or whatever and getting your name out. So coming out of owning a sneaker store and then starting trailer rentals, and you've got the skid steer.
I got a skid steer, an excavator, a stump grinder, and we got 2 dump trailers working on more.
So what kind of made that shift? Was it purely like profits, like same kind of thing with me where you saw this, and it's not like I'm passionate about trailers, but I saw this and I went, okay, wait, there's an actual need here that I could easily fill.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When we moved out to the country, I would see all these people with trucks pulling excavators, trailers, and I was like, wow, let me get over here and just recreate this business, because I had a lot of money in stock market and the Bitcoin, and that all went to shit, trash. I lost so much money in that. So I was like, let me pull this money out and let me just bet on myself, basically,
Yeah.
Like I'm no longer doing the stock market. I'm not doing Bitcoin. I pulled it all out to buy this stuff, and I paid cash for it all. It was kind of a scary thing,
So, okay, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah,
Hold
kind
on.
of like had to work.
Let's go back to the stock market, because I know that's definitely an area that same thing with us. Like we've always kind of looked into, because everybody views it as fast or easy money, right? Oh, I put my money in. Bunch of other people put their money in. I pull out
Not
a couple
your
bucks.
typical stock market.
Not
but
your
like
typical.
this new era of
cryptocurrencies, and everybody's a millionaire off this. Like, tell me a little bit about like
NFTs. I never freaking liked those.
What got you into like you said, losing a lot of money? Obviously, you had to put in a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, I got pretty early into Bitcoin, and we made some nice cash on it. Me and my buddies. It was back then. What was it? 15, 14, we put our money in there.
Oh shit, you were in Bitcoin in 15?
Yeah, it was pretty early, and I got up there on the Bitcoin, man. I did pretty good. Even though I pulled it all out, I still made some profit. Just if I would have pulled it out a little bit early, man, I would have been like sitting nice.
Yeah.
But hey, man, here we are.
But yeah, like you said, it led you to doing what you're doing now.
Yes. I'd rather bet on myself than any fucking stock market or cryptocurrency or anything anymore, man. It's just because I know what I'm gonna do. I know that I'm gonna work hard. I don't know who's pulling the strings of Bitcoin. If it's
It's us though.
yeah,
I don't trust people.
I mean, is it though?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it?
Exactly.
I mean,
Good point.
Yeah, we could go down that rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah, right. It's a
I
rabbit
know.
hole will
You're
never
right.
never end. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a big advocate on I'm a bet on me. Like I know what I can get in.
Yeah.
Like if you're working with like employees and having to delegate certain things or approve stuff, like that's something I battle with. Like being okay with letting someone else get something done. But when it has to do with money, which I'd say 98% of the time is going to have to do with like your money or your business money or whatever's money that you have a say on, it's like, dude, I know what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? And
Yeah.
It's hard to trust that.
Absolutely.
Which actually, I wanted to ask you this question before, but do you run the sneaker stuff and the trailer rentals and all that all by yourself? Anybody else? How do you handle it?
I have 0 partners.
No shit.
I have no big money backing me. I do have an incredible team. Like I have a crazy good team. I think I've hired the best kids in the DFW Metroplex. Like I got 3 great managers, like Moses, Cade, and Joseph. Shout out to them guys, man. They are beast.
Yeah.
They are beast. I'm so lucky to have all of them, man. Jesus Christ.
I think it's a huge part though, because I feel like
the
that's got to
biggest.
be the number one thing that business owners struggle with, is having the right team, and so many people don't understand it.
Well, yeah, first you got to understand you got to have a team.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that don't want to let go, like I just talked about, actually delegating. And then when you do finally let it go It's like when you start in a relationship, like you're all closed up, and then
Yeah.
you start liking each other. And eventually, one day, you're like, all right, I'm gonna open up to you, and it's dangerous as shit because you could get fucked. You know,
Yeah.
like just with hiring employees and starting to say, yeah, this is your responsibility. Then they could either care or not care.
I really preach like a family atmosphere over there. I know it's kind of cliche, you know, we're not really family, but over there, man, like you know, I take care of the guys. Like we go out once a month. I pay for everything, or the business pays for everything. You know, we go Top Golf, the bar, have some drinks. We all go out to eat, real nice places. We'll go do some fun stuff, ride go-karts. I take care of them, man. You know, I don't take them for granted, not even a little bit. And I let them run the show. You know, I'm not in their business. You know, I'm just in there with them, looking at my money and the inventory and everything else. You know, it's all them. You know,
That's awesome. So like you've built the team up pretty much where now you've allowed yourself to go and do these other things because you don't have to be so in the shop in a sense.
absolutely.
See, that's huge. That's such a big piece.
It's the biggest, man.
Because if you didn't trust them or whatever, and you were constantly in there having to watch over everybody's shoulders, you would not be in the position that you're in now to be able to do these other things.
Yes,
100%.
absolutely.
100%.
That's crazy.
Or the hobbies.
Yeah.
I heard you like cars.
Oh yeah. let's
Oh,
talk
I
about
love
it.
them. I love cars.
What do we have in cars?
Yeah.
We have a ZL1. It's brand new. You know. We got a C10. It's all blowed out. You know, it's pretty nice. LS3 in there. I got a motor from a ZL1 in that one.
Damn.
It's got heads, long tube headers, the whole 9 yards. I just need to do the interior on that one. Then I got a Mustang with the LS1 in it.
What year is that?
That's got to piss some people off.
It's all in my shop at the house.
No, what year? The Mustang.
Oh, it's a 94.
94.
Oh man, that's the
fun,
greatest
dude.
year ever. That was the year I was born.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the best year that ever
Ditto.
happened. Any year
Ditto.
before that doesn't actually exist.
Or after.
Or after.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't born in 94, like, don't fucking talk to me. But no, man, that's awesome. So, going back to kind of a little bit on like the mentality of everything, right? So for you, like you've mentioned a couple of times, like you'd rather bet on yourself versus anything, right?
Absolutely.
So where do you think was that like something that you just kind of built growing up? Because like I know for sure, like even starting in welding, right? Like that's not necessarily like it's quote unquote an easier career to break into, but in order to actually make money in it, you actually have to be good at it. Which
Well, you
means
went from
gotta
a
at your craft.
job trusting someone else to give you the job to
Yes.
you creating your own
Yeah.
job. So like, how did that happen? Like, I know it's not an easy switch, bro. Like,
That's
I
the
know
thing.
that
It's not.
and obviously you started a store that didn't even do that great in the beginning. So like, what got you through that?
Well,
that's hard. That's hard.
Before the sneaker shop, I owned I took a swing at quite a bit of businesses. I had a tattoo shop, a power washing business, landscape business.
Oh shit!
I fucking sold ice cream.
Hey, what fucking?
Were you ice cream man?
What?
I was an ice cream man for a little bit. I was trying to figure things out. I didn't want to work for no one, man. And I was going to do whatever I had to do
Yeah.
to not work for somebody. I wanted to work for myself. And yeah, I took a lot of risks, lost a lot of money on trying to run them businesses, and nothing worked out until I hit that shoe store in Firewall.
Yeah.
Do you
Shout out
regret
to the light skin?
any of those businesses coming up to it?
Man, not even a little bit.
See, that's a big piece.
Not even a little bit. I had so much fun, losing all that money, going through everything. Lot of sleepless nights, stressful days. It was a lot, man. It's crazy. If you're listening out there, if you want to start that business, just do it. You know, just sleep
But
on
you
your
gotta keep doing it.
sleep
Yeah.
on your friend's couch, sleep under a
Yeah.
bridge, sleep in a van, get on a Greyhound, whatever you got to do. Whatever it is, just do it. You know.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I've learned and I'm still learning is that like you just have to push. Like I mean you always hear everyone say like the ones that make it never give up. And it's kind of like we've heard it so many times, especially with social media now and influencers and all this stuff. Like you hear it so much, it just kind of like becomes white noise. But I still think that's if you're a business owner and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice. To me, that is still the biggest piece of advice. Like keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop. And then get other people around you that want you to keep going because it's harder to do it on your own, right?
Absolutely.
Or with people trying to talk you down.
Right,
that ain't going
right.
to work. Why are you
Yeah.
going to open up a second location? Your first location didn't even do good. That's stupid, dude.
Yeah, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe you switch it up. Maybe you're an ice cream man. Maybe you mowing some lawns.
Maybe you're doing all
Power washing.
Yeah.
washing some driveways.
I'll tell you what, if someone came up to my house in an ice cream truck and then then they went, hey, what I'll do is I'm going to mow your yard. Then I'm going to give you ice cream. Then I'm going to power wash your driveway. I would probably be like, say less, bruh. I
all
need
these,
all of these things right now.
If you do all,
right?
Done.
Done. I get to eat ice cream while you mow my yard and then also power wash my driveway. Like,
you see
I'm pretty sure I just invented $1 billion
idea. On
idea.
TikTok that's like power washing dudes people's stuff for free.
Yeah.
You see that guy?
Dude, that is the smartest fucking marketing tactic ever.
Because marketer 101.
Built up millions of TikTok followers that he can now use this information. And a lot of people think like, well, that's dumb. He's like spending all this money. But what he's doing is he's buying engagement. And engagement is the number one thing that leads to fucking money.
And he's really, really good at it.
Yeah.
Like I watched every time. Like there was one
love those
that said,
videos.
like click link to watch full, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
Right? And then all he's got to do is monetize, and then now he's getting paid to do something that he's actually good at doing without actually charging anybody to do it.
Yeah.
Like the fucking
And
brilliance
honestly,
behind
he's probably like an OCD dude, and he just like gets off doing it. Honestly, like I mean,
that's trust me, I've thought about starting a power wash business
just to like
once or twice, like for sure.
Clean. Yeah,
but I don't want to do it. I would start it and then find somebody and pay them like $20 an hour and be like, I'll give you all the appointments. You just go do it with my name on it. Like that's how I would want to do it. I don't want to actually do the pressure washing.
So through all of these businesses you went through, churning them out, staying in the grind. Who's around you? Like who's someone that helped you? Was there anyone around you? Was it mainly you? Just
no. My brother Travis Clay, he helped me a lot. He helped me tremendous amount to get that firewall store. He helped me a lot. But now he went on his own, started his own business. Yeah. You know, we're still best friends to this day. He's amazing. He's an amazing friend of mine. He's actually a comedian also. He performs at Hyenas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I was just at Hyenas like a week before the last in Dallas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He was probably there.
Really?
Travis Clay.
I don't know.
Who'd you
sounds familiar. I can't even remember the
he's
guy's
fucking
name.
Funny.
Yeah.
He just started out and he's bombing it all the time.
That's awesome.
But he helped me out a lot. My wife Sarah, she's helped me out. I wouldn't have nothing without her. She puts the brains with my bra on and we get it done.
That's awesome.
Dope. That's dope.
That's also another huge piece, man. If you don't have somebody, especially your significant other, in the corner helping you,
yeah.
And like for me growing up, I used to think like, oh, I want to like marry somebody that's exactly like me that wants to build businesses. It's not even that. It's the mentality that they're willing to help you with, right?
Yeah.
So for her, she really doesn't have any type of like business thought. Like she's not like, oh, I want to start this business. But anytime I bring something up to her, she doesn't just take it and ignore it. She logically thinks it through with me. Like, okay, let's be realistic about this. How much do you think it's going to cost? What do you think the long-term goals? What are you going to do with this? Are you trying to set like all these questions come up? And for me, that's what I really want. Because if I just had somebody that we were just kind of like, oh, let's start a business. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do that one. Like we would never get anywhere and we would just lose a shit ton of money. Yeah. Like we'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to do, Amazon FBA. And then we'd lose to that. And then she'd be like, well, let's do landscaping. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. And then it would never go anywhere. Right.
Yeah. I think landscaping, there's something about that. Our last guest had a landscaping company too.
Yeah.
And I think we have like 2 friends that own landscape. Like there's some money in landscaping. Actually.
Man, there is. I sold all my yards for $10,000. I had 100 yards built up, and man, it was
because it's just it's a glorified, it's a client list.
It's a client list.
That'll literally, if you tell them what to do, they'll be like, all right.
So when you sell a landscape business, it sells off of like the yearly revenue that yard does, and then you do it
basically. You got it. Basically,
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That's insane. So if you had 1,000 yards and they're all doing like what you said, you sold them for $10,000 a piece. Like that's
just
nuts.
$10,000 for everything.
Oh, $10,000 for everything. Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking $10,000 a piece. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
dude.
if you had 1,000 yards, you can sell them for $125,000 right now, maybe a little more.
Edland landscaping coming soon, bro. Like, shit.
Well, it's like once someone finds somebody good, like your dude, right? Like your guy that cuts your grass, he cuts mine now. Mm-hmm. And
shout out to Eminem Lawn Care.
There you go.
Bro kills it. Derek, you're the best. You're the beast.
I would never. I don't need a switch. He does what he needs to do, and I like it.
Yeah.
So it's like even when I move, like, hey, I moved. Here's the new address. I'm not gonna go find another lawn guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. I think when I did roofing, I had a client that lived next door. No, there's a guy that wasn't my client. He lived next door to my client. And he had this dude planting flowers or something in his yard. He goes, yeah, that's my lawn guy. Known him about 20 years now. And I take him out to dinner about once or twice a year. I was like, you're a lawn guy? He's like, yeah. I was like, and you take him to dinner? He goes, absolutely. He's like, he's my lawn guy. I mean, like he literally cared for the dude like he was a family member.
Yeah.
I was like, well, if he's done your lawn for 20 years, I guess that makes sense. But it's like once there's certain industries, I think when you stick, like you stick.
Yeah.
Once you go out of business, like ain't nobody getting rid of you.
Especially when you build up a really good client base. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you probably got guys like sneakerheads that constantly come back for new shit, right?
Oh yeah,
Standing order.
We got a lot of Dallas Cowboys that come in a lot.
Oh, for real?
dope.
Oh yeah, like my employees, they have like Dak's number and CD Lamb's number and Ezekiel's number. But I don't have their number and I don't even see them. That's another thing. I just give it to them, let them run with it. They're excited.
That's cool.
And whatever.
Yeah. I got a question. Were you ever? Well, I mean, I guess that kind of answers the question because you did several businesses. But I think that because I've heard this before, but I think a common misconception is in order to build a business or in order to own a business, you have to be like unbelievably good at sales. I don't think that that's 100% true. Because it's not necessarily like the selling of the product or service, but I think a lot of it is like how you think and the mentality and what you're actually capable of doing is really what's going to help as well. Because you can hire the people that can sell.
Are you good at sales?
I can sell salt to a slug.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can sell your own shoes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit, all right.
I'm a
damn.
fucking phenomenal salesman.
I need to get out of here. It's getting a little hot in here. It's getting a little hot. All right, we're going to take a live caller and we're going to sell the shit out of you, all right? Someone call my phone right now and just need something and we're going to fucking test this. No, I'm just playing.
I teach all my guys what I want them to do and how I want them to talk. And man, when they leave me, they're all really young. When they do decide to leave and go on with their lives, they're gonna leave with a piece of me, and it's gonna stick forever. And they're all fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they can sell salt to a slug too.
That's fucking awesome.
Where'd you get that?
Like,
You born with it?
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Oh
most
yeah,
people are.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gift of gab, baby.
Absolutely.
are you kind of like, do you think, as a lot of your family members and stuff like that, are they all kind of like the same mindsets? Like, I'm going to have my own business.
My sister is one of them. I got 5 sisters, so
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
stop.
5 sisters.
What?
yeah.
5? Cinco?
God, imagine how many guys you had to beat up whenever.
What's 5 in
I
Turkish?
stayed in a fight.
That's nuts.
5 sisters. How many
5
siblings total?
Just 6 of us. Travis isn't my real brother, but we grew up
Okay.
together, so I call him my brother. But I'm the only boy. I got Mama's only boy tattooed on my chest.
For real?
Yeah, M.O.B.
awesome.
Mama's only boy.
That's awesome. 5 sisters, and one of them, so you said
Man.
one of them went off and did her own thing?
One of them is a real estate agent who's also in my corner heavy. I forgot to mention her. Shout out Alex. But she's phenomenal, dude. She's a beast. She takes care of my taxes, bookkeeping. Anytime I'm spending a little bit too much money on my car, she lets me know.
Yeah.
She's
Hey,
in
you
my-
better chill out.
What are you doing over there?
You gotta have that person, by the way.
You gotta have that person, man.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you how it really is. Like you gotta not spend
huge.
so much money on clothes and clothes.
So where do you want to take this, dude? Like you got a 3rd store opening in next year.
Yeah.
You got the trailer stuff going on with the rentals. Where are you trying to go?
Honestly, I want to do this shoe shit till I'm 40 years old. I don't want to be selling shoes when I'm 41.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay.
I got 6 more years. So I
6
don't-
years
so
in the game.
So at 40, I want to quit doing that. And then, like I said, my wife, I didn't say it, but my wife's a nurse, and she's a badass nurse, and they love her over there. And she's super smart, and she's going to be a nurse practitioner in a couple years. She's going to start school at the end of this year.
Nice.
And so we're going to start a pediatric clinic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going to fold all my money in that eventually.
Hell yeah.
With her.
Yeah, with her.
like that.
With her.
Yeah,
That's
with her.
I'm
awesome.
gonna keep tabs on you, man. My wife will be done with her NP next year.
Really?
Yeah.
She can be nurse practitioner?
She's an OR nurse right now. She'll be an NP at the end of next year.
Isn't it great having a nurse wife?
Fuck yes, it is.
Fucking
Dude.
awesome.
Are you kidding me? Like,
Anytime
Awesome.
you get injured,
It
she's
is.
like, "You're fine." I know.
I mean, not just that. Like, okay, so if you're talking about like just, I don't care what kind of nurse, because and I'm sure if you're talking to a nurse, they're gonna be like, no, it's different if you're this or that, whatever. I don't care. And I think if you're bringing in like a nurse and then teachers, they are a different breed, dude.
Different breed.
Like you marry a teacher or you marry a nurse, they can do anything.
Yeah.
And then you give them a kid. Now they really can do it. If they're a mom nurse
Yeah.
or you're a mom teacher, oh my God, like you're literally a superhuman freak at that point, dude. I mean, the stuff that they deal with is out of this world. Like my wife's she actually operates on Dallas Cowboys. Like her surgery center is at the Star where they're
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she works with the what's the dude? I forget his name. Dr. Cooper. He's like the
one
Dallas
with the
Cowboys.
cowboy hat?
Cowboy hat. Yeah. Every time we watch a game, Jen's like, "Hey, there's Dr. Cooper." Like she works with him like every day.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
pretty
she
cool.
tells me all these crazy stories on like, you know, the types of ways that surgeries went down and this. And so like she works with people when they're sleeping. Like she talks to them when they're awake, but like they're chilling, right? So then you got like ER nurses, trauma nurses that are dealing with like freak crazy stuff. But it's like no matter what you're doing, it's like, man, I could never, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd be like, no, man,
No.
you have to be a different type of person to have that level of like sincere, I want to help you, like literally right now, like with my hands and with medicine and having to do it the right way. I mean, she's told me stories where I'm like, yeah, I would have left. I'm like, no, I would have been like, yeah, I'm good. Bye.
Yeah.
Peace. But that's crazy, dude.
I'm gonna take
Congrats
my
to your
PTO
wife. That's
now.
awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep his number and be like, yo, start a pediatric
Hey,
something.
yeah. Let me know. My wife's looking for work.
I like it, man. That's dope.
No, but that's awesome, man.
So sneakers, 6 more years. Start that.
Sneakers 6 more years. I'm also going to keep building up Willie's rentals. Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll have like 20 machines on Highway 30 somewhere, like you rent it. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to happen. And then eventually, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And then the third store is going to come. I'll probably cap it off at 3, especially when I got Allen, Garland, and all the way in Fort Worth. I don't think I could do much more, but who the hell knows, man.
That's crazy, dude. Anything else in the back of your pocket that you're like, man, I kind of want to get into this? Anything that you've been looking into? I mean, shit, if we got to sign an NDA, I will.
We'll just mute it. You'll just see our mouths moving,
Yeah.
but ain't no one
Yeah, we're over here like,
Man, I'd like to get into getting like growth hormone over here and like legal steroids out here.
oh, yeah?
I'd like to get into something like that, like holistic stuff, for your body and maybe something. I mean, but that's not really my alley, but I would love to do something like that. It's kind of like the farmer who wants to do computer engineering, it's not my lane at all, but
Yeah.
I'd like to get into something like that maybe one day. But my wife's just not for any of that. She's her being a nurse, or in the medical field. She's like, you're not going to do that.
That makes sense.
So,
But I might.
But I might. I have all this money, so might as well.
All right, so I know we kind of like talked about it, went over a couple things with the trailer stuff, but I'm gonna go back because Matt and I like genuinely discussed doing this at one point, and I still think we might do it one day.
I'm literally doing it.
This is why the reason we haven't though is like when we were last talking about it, which I think was the beginning of this year, had to be like Q1 or Q2, and when we got down to it, I just was like, bro, I don't want to create a job for myself. Like I'm busy. Like I'm doing a lot of the different stuff. I have like two separate, one business that runs 2 different things. Like it's a whole lot of I'm doing a lot of things. I got kids, I'm married. I was like, I don't want to create a business. I know what we could do with this, but I was like, if I did it, I'd want to like, bring someone in to do it. And that would totally kill profit. Like I don't want to mess with all that. So like for you, do you do all that on your own because you got the sneaker store kind of running its deal?
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring someone? Obviously, if it goes to this scale, not if when it gets to that scale that you just mentioned, I'm sure you'll have a set of people that are gonna be helping you with things like that. But right now, are you doing all that? How is it? Is it tough? Is it easy? What does it look like?
So we do a lot of ads on Facebook, and everything I have stays rented out. Like I don't have anything right now that I'm actually about to go get a trailer when I leave here. But
I'll buy another one?
no, just go pick it up from Azel.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's having it a week, and his time's up.
Wait, so, okay, run through quick numbers right now. So was that a dump trailer? What did he rent?
He rented out the excavator. We got $300 a day times 7, so $2,100.
$2,100, and you didn't do shit but drop it off to him.
Drop it off and pick it up, and I charge him $150 for pickup. So, and he's already he paid up front for everything, pick up, drop off,
Like,
and the $2,100.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my God, dude. For one, the profit that's in it is nuts. Even having to shell out, like you said. So let's say that all this equipment you're in is $80,000, right? Most businesses that you would have to put $80,000 into, you wouldn't even see a profit for like 3 years minimum before you're actually
How long has yours been operating?
3 months.
3 months.
Bro, all right, I'm heading to the trailer. When is the trailer store closed? I'm going right now.
But no, go
Shit.
back. No, but I really want to know. So
on
back
these-
to my question:
on
how
these-
hard is it enough? Like, is it worth having to go to Azel, pick it up, do this? I mean, for the average guy that might not have, whatever north or south of 80K to drop on all the equipment. Let's say you literally started out with like 2 trailers, right?
Yeah.
Both open, like just 10 foot, 16 foot, whatever trailers. Is that worth it? Is it
Absolutely,
hard?
man. It's as hard as you make it on yourself, man. It's just like something Like, I don't really look at things as hard. You know, it's something I'm going to get done, you know, and I don't have to be at the sneaker store at a certain time. I'm going to go. But, I just, you know, I go to the gym at 6. I leave there. I go back home. I eat. And then I figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going, what I'm picking up, what I'm dropping off. It's pretty nice.
You plan it like every morning. Like, you're not, you know,
it's
not
different
like
every day. It's going to be a different thing
right.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day is different, except the gym is the same and the eating is the same.
Damn. That's nuts, man.
I like that.
I love it.
That's crazy.
That's
cool. So that's so awesome that you've gotten to this point where, like you said, you set up the right teams, you've got everything right in place where, because like that freedom is what everybody's after, right? Waking up at 6 o'clock, going to the gym, and then past that being like, let's see, that guy's got to try. I could probably go pick that up. Might stop by the store.
You know what the magic piece to that is the sneaker store.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
So
having the foundation,
when you back that up for anybody else, you know, whatever else their deal is. I mean, me and Matt and I talk about it all the time. It's like what we built, what we're building. We're in building phase right now. So we've got different businesses we're running and selling in and things like that. And so like when that gets to, I don't like using the word autopilot because it's not truly ever autopilot, but when it gets self-sufficient, right? Then that's when you can start pulling, you know, if it's cash, cool, but you can start devoting time to other things. And that's when you can really decide, like, how much time am I going to devote to business? How much more time I want to devote to my family? How old are your kids? You said you had kids.
I got a 14-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Dope.
Nice.
Dope.
10 years apart. I waited a long time to start over.
Yeah. What are some things you do with your kids, bro?
Man, my little daughter, she's into dance. She does a lot of dance and ballet. She goes to like a little private whoop-de-doopy school in Rockwall. It's kind of expensive, but she does that.
Hashtag sneaker money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my older daughter's just a sneakerhead who's spoiled, you know, but I love her so much. She plays basketball.
Nice.
Bro, I bet she walks in school every day with like the newest pair of Jordans. People are like, how'd you even get those?
Man, she was making fun of this kid that didn't have nothing. I got on her ass and I gave that kid some shoes. Like, I'm not looking for like clout or nothing from it, but I got all over her fucking ass for making fun of this little boo who had like some cheap Payless shoes on or whatever he had on PF. I don't know what he had, but I gave him some brand new pair of Jordan 1s. UNCs, like $450. She had me crying. I heard about that shit, man. I was like, no, we can't be.
Damn.
I was so mad at her, man.
I feel like
I
I've
don't want
been
to
the
dog
same
on
way,
your daughter,
though.
but I agree. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I grew up poor, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up dirt poor. I'm from a trailer park out in McKinney, Texas. La Mesa. It's called Brownwood.
You're from
Trailer
McKinney?
Park. Yeah,
I grew up McKinney.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Finch. I went to Fabian.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm
That's
from the east
dope.
side, man.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I grew up at Virginia and Jordan. So like right before you get to the Stonebridge.
Yeah.
But after the east side. Like on that side.
Yeah.
Where it was like you're kind of not.
Yeah, he grew
over
up in the
there.
trenches, right? You were, you were down in the mud.
Yeah, you're kind of not, but it's like, but you're not in like the promised land yet.
Yep.
That's dope, dude.
Dude, that's nuts. Well, I feel like now is as good a time as any to kind of bring this to a close, man, because I think that was serious knowledge. I'm fired up because let me tell
There's
you
just so
something.
much random shit to them. I
Dude,
love
I
talking to
know.
people that just have the most like, oh yeah, and this. What?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, also, my real name's not really Willie Escro. It's like,
one more time for the audience. Give us the full name. Say it slow.
It's Tayar Ali Pasha Amalek Jr.
the junior part at the end gets me.
Tayar Ali Pasha Amalek Jr.
No, you didn't even do it right.
Tayar.
Tayar Ali Pasha Amalek.
Listen,
Oh shoot!
for everybody that's in the DFW. Oh my God, yeah. His ancestors are coming after you. Yeah. They're like, say it wrong one more time.
The Turkic tribes.
Well, anyways, we really appreciate everybody for tuning in. This was another crazy episode with some serious knowledge, some serious, man, I got a game plan now in my head. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Shout out to Willie for taking the time.
Shout out to Willie.
Here,
For
your,
real.
sneaker store got Instagram?
Oh yeah, Escro Sneakers at Escro Sneakers and then at Escro's Allen.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Throw that in the
Well,
description.
yeah, we're going to throw that all in the description.
Make sure
We'll put all the
everybody can
links.
check it
Make sure if y'all are trying to get the newest heat, you go check this man out. Go spend some money, drop a quick bag.
Come see him for Christmas.
Don't tell your
Come
wife.
see it for Christmas. Oh,
Appreciate you guys.
Episode 7 in the wraps. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.